So really this piece is important because it represents our experimentation as a studio. It takes all the wrong out of experimentation. And so this is the first piece that kind of sets us free to do what our creativity wants and not worry so much about what someone's going to think of the piece when it's done. So it's called the Rusty Rose Experiment, and the experiment is to see if we can produce some like very classy, artful, open back, mid-century inspired shelving that's actually usable for the every person, that's not made out of particle board. And so we had this gorgeous Pennsylvanian cherry tree, and so we decided to draw some influence from Nakashima, put its feather, its slab right here in the center, and these are the down parts of the trunk, but the main straight part of the trunk is the bottom shelf, and then these styles are all made from a curly maple. Cherry is a really prominent hardwood in the Northeast that's super underused for furniture. It's a gorgeous tree that grows very straight, has a really fascinating chatoyance to its crotch because it's so tall and narrow. Gets a lot of wind flex. It's really underused. It was really popular in furniture making in like the Victorian, you know, the dark mahogany cherry stain that you see on your grandmother's secretary, you know, cabinet that has china in it. That's how people used cherry for a lot of years. They would just throw away the crotch and chatoyance, kind of stick with the straight grain, put a really deep mahogany stain on it, and it is very rich and beautiful like that. But look how beautiful it is with just a iron oxide, water-based stain to kind of bring out the rose, and a linseed oil and beeswax finish, and that's it. So it's a completely natural, living finish. Sometimes in the demand of a studio and the demand of deadlines, you don't have time to experiment because you're too focused on getting the next big project done. And so I realized that, hey, let's set a block of time and really add the heat to it, meaning let's give ourselves 8 hours, take this from timber to piece and see what we can do. And the reason, again, for that experiment is to see how much art and how much expression we can compact into a short amount of time. So the piece ends up being a price point that's approachable to a person to put it in a normal house. It doesn't have to sit in a gallery.